it's now Friday the 22nd of December. So first of all, a bit of bad news. One of the stocks I own filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This one, Ebix. I only had about €15 in, so it's not the end of the world. But I'm now about 78% down, and I'm going to leave it in just to see what happens when a stock goes bankrupt. Very bad news altogether. And a bit of good news, which is personal news. So I was going to live off the portion of savings I've collected until about March when I go to the UK. But I've been contacted from my previous job and there's an availability for remote work, which means I can start investing into the portfolio sooner than I expected. I can also deposit my savings in the UK into this account and it will earn 2% interest. And those interest rates are also going to increase in January. On Thursday, more good news. The Toronto Stock Exchange lands on Trading 212. So about 500 Canadian dividend stocks have been added onto the platform. And Trading 212 has very kindly supplied this shopping list of all of the Canadian dividend stocks. So I can go through this list, compare them to the ones that I already have, fix those ones on my Excel sheet, and then add the Canadian versions in. So I'm not going to sell the previous ones, I'm just going to add new actual Canadian positions in. This also means that I've never received any Canadian dividend, so I'm going to have to change this too. Thankfully it's only very small amounts. And then I'm going to start building the Canadian section of the daily dividends portfolio. I'll probably start with the safe kind of buy and hold for life dividend stocks, the Canadian dividend aristocrats. Play it safe in the beginning, and then when I have a pretty strong foundation of Canadian dividend stocks, I can then start adding in some that are a little bit riskier. So it's exciting times. A whole new section of the portfolio opens up. So I've gone down through the list of all the new Canadian stocks and I had 15 positions that were Canadian but were on the American markets. So I have fixed them on the Excel sheet and added in a new slot. And so the next step is to just buy each one of them. There is also this anomaly, Landmark Bancorp. So I have 0.019 shares out here outside the pies, which means that they must have paid a dividend in the form of additional shares at some stage. So when I go to import this position into the pie, it's worth about 33 cents, which looks like a dividend payment, but I don't know when exactly that was. It would have been probably over the last week. On Monday the 18th of December, it was pretty quiet. I got the lending interest from the weekend, 3 dividend payments for a total of 14 cents, and the 4-cent interest on cash. Then on Tuesday the 19th of December, I got 3-cent lending interest on cash. I got 6 dividend payments for a total of €4.57, and I got the 4-cent interest on cash. Then Wednesday the 20th of December, I got the 3-cent lending interest on cash. I deposited €20. I got 9 dividend payments for a total of 67 cents, and I got the 4-cent interest on cash. Then on Thursday the 21st of December, I got the 4-cent lending interest. I deposited £33 that I had in my Revolut account, and I got 6 dividend payments for a total of €2.50, and I got the 4-cent lending interest on cash. Then today, the 22nd of December, I got the 5-cent lending interest, and then I got 12 dividend payments for a total of €1.71, and then the week ended with the 4-cent interest on cash. So the totals for the week was 36 dividend payments for a total of €9.59, and there was 10 interest payments for a total of 46 cents. So it wasn't the most eventful week. And that brings us up to €993 in dividends received, and my realised profit and loss hasn't changed. Now all of my best performing positions. Rolls-Royce is still number one. It's now about 255% up. It's nice, my average price is 84 pence per share. It's now at £3 per share. And my worst performing positions also haven't really changed. Adler Group in Luxembourg is still the worst. 40 cents a share. I'm now down about 94%, and this is the one that recently declared bankruptcy, so it could be down here for a while before it dies. I'm now 76% down. The largest positions by euro hasn't changed. Realty Income is still number one. Smallest positions is also pretty much the same and it needs some work. Oaktree Specialty Lending is now my newest position, and my oldest positions obviously haven't changed. So that's pretty much it for this week. The portfolio is now only about 1.2% down. It's getting closer and closer to being back in the green. That's pretty much it for this week, and we'll pick up where we left off next week.